By the way, guys, the food backstage is actually amazing. Like, I'm not joking. Like, Oprah, serious stuff, by the way. Anyway, who here uses social media? I see a couple of you in the audience that also use social media. I've seen your social media, don't worry. You know those clips on Instagram? The ones where everything looks flawless. The slow motion goals, the perfect caption. Another win for the team. I'll be the first to admit, even I'm guilty of doing this. And I know many of you are too. I'm a student here at Oryx International School in year 12, studying my AS level. I'm also an under-21 footballer for first division side Al Ahly. But I'm not here to talk about my goals, nor my celebrations. I'm here to talk about the part that you don't see. The part after the final whistle. The part where I'm sitting at my desk in my green jersey, staring at my econ assignment, thinking, where did it all go wrong? But that's behind the reel, the unfiltered version, the one without the background music, the confetti emojis, the filters. Balancing football and academics, it sounds impressive when I say it fast, but in reality, it's chaos with the schedule. 6 a.m. training, 7 a.m. classes, 4 p.m. essays, and 11 p.m. homework. It's trying to focus when your legs still feel like concrete from yesterday's sprints. Missing parties, late night Netflix, and even dinners with your family, because you've got to stay ready, both physically and mentally. I'll admit, there were days where I thought, I can't do this anymore. Why am I doing this? What is the benefit? Days where I'd lose a match in the afternoon, and the next morning get a disappointing grade. All within 24 hours. And I'd think, maybe I'm spreading myself too thin. Maybe I'm pushing myself too hard. But then I realized, it's not about choosing one dream over the other. It's about learning to balance both, even when that feels so impossible. But I think we can all agree, I think everyone in this room can agree, that to achieve success, adversity must be confronted. And for me, that time had come. 1 second, I'm chasing the ball down the pitch. The next, pain shooting through my leg. Everything went silent. The doctor said I'd be out for months. No training, no matches, no football. And for me, in that instant, the one thing that had balanced my life, football, was gone. I remember staring at my crutches, wondering who I was without the game, who I really was. For the first time, I had to sit still, which made me realize football had always taught me to push through pain, but this time, I had to learn patience. You see, this injury changed me. It forced me to slow down, refocus, not just on my recovery, but everything else I'd been overlooking all this time. My academics improved, mindset shifted. And when I finally stepped back onto the pitch, months later, I wasn't just stronger physically, I was stronger mentally. Because sometimes life benches you, not to stop you, not to halt you from achieving your dreams, but to make you see the field differently. Football taught me how to fight, how to keep going when my body says stop, how to get up after falling, how to believe in something greater than yourself. Academics, on the other hand, taught me how to analyze, perceive the world in a different way, question everything we see. Together, they shaped me into someone who doesn't just chase goals, but understand the value and why they matter so much. But let's be honest, behind every achievement, there's a story you don't see. Behind that medal, there's a 5 a.m. alarm you didn't want to hear. Behind that grade was a night you studied through exhaustion. And behind the confidence, there's self-doubt. Because behind the real is where the real story lives. It's not perfect, it's messy, and sometimes it even hurts. But that's where growth happens. That's where discipline is built, established within your system. And that's where dreams stop being dreams and start becoming real. There's a quote I live by: hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard. You see, I've met players that were better than me. I've met students that were smarter than me. But one thing I've learned is consistency always wins. Because success is opinion-based. To me, success is not about being the best, but about being better than you were yesterday. Yes, you. So when people ask me, Jaden, how do you balance football? How do you balance it with academics? I tell them, I don't. I don't always get it right. Sometimes the scale tips. Sometimes I stumble. Sometimes I fall. But as cliche as it may sound, I keep moving. Because the moment I stop, the reel ends. So the next time you're scrolling through someone's highlights on Instagram, behind that shot, behind that trophy, behind that smile, including the ones that have been on the board this whole time, is a person who worked in silence when no one was watching. And maybe that's the real victory. Not what's on the reel, but what's behind it. Thank you.